Please be seated. Aloha and welcome. Thank you all for coming to see Kristen and Mark's marriage ceremony in this beautiful location. Some of you have traveled a long way and others just a few miles. But Kristen and Mark are delighted to have each person here to witness their love and commitment to each other. This location is special to Kristen, as she was born on Maui and had her first birthday party on this very spot. Since then, Kristen introduced Mark to this island, and their trips here together have reinforced his appreciation for Maui. As such, it is fitting for them to come together in marriage here in Oahu, merging the past with the present. Kristen's mother, Janie, and I have known each other all of our lives. Since Kristen spent her earliest years here, we didn't meet until the family returned to the East Coast. Kristen was a little girl, but even then I concluded she doesn't sit still for long. Hers was not a squeamish, childish mood, but one of constant interest in learning or doing something new. Once, while she was still a child, she and I were in her living room. All the other adults were doing adult things, and I picked up a baseball. She was sitting next to me, took a look at the ball, and for about the next half hour, we discussed how and where baseballs were made and why they were designed the way they are. As years passed, Kristen and I lived on different coasts. I didn't see much of her until my wife and I moved east in 2000. When we got together again and started talking about her college courses, it was obvious she was studying and achieving in the most challenging of disciplines. She had also grown into a beautiful, poised, and caring woman. Spending time with Kristen meant meeting Mark at one of Janie's famous Christmas Eve parties. My most striking memory of our first conversation is, wow, this guy is really, really smart. But even with all his education and knowledge, Mark is so even and warm. You just want to keep talking with him about anything. He can describe his work, which is incredibly important to all of our well-being, in a way that even I can understand. So here we all are. Kristen, born in Maui and graduates from college in Maryland. Mark is born in Canada. They meet in San Diego while working diligently on their education. They decide to get married in Maui. This is truly meant to be. Now let's listen to some words that Mark and Kristen composed for this special day. Mark and Kristen, you are entering into marriage because living your lives together will make your love and happiness grow ever stronger. You will belong entirely to each other. No greater blessing of happiness can come to you than to have this devoted love, which you now publicly avow. Keep this understanding of your marriage alive in the days ahead. Aloha is the Hawaiian word for love. May your aloha continuously grow truer and more wonderful with each day you enjoy. Kristen and Mark, will you now hold hands? Mark, will you take Kristen to be your wife, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health? And will you treasure her in your heart, striving to make her feel happy and secure, treating her with understanding, kindness, and respect for all the days before you?
I will.
Kristen, will you take Mark to be your husband, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health? And will you treasure him in your heart, striving to make him feel happy and secure, treating him with understanding, kindness, and respect for all the days before you? Mark and Kristen will now exchange rings. Mark, please repeat after me. Kristen, I give you this ring as a visible and constant symbol
Kristen, I give you this ring as a visible and constant symbol
of my promise to love and be with you for as long as I live.
of my promise to love and be with you as long as I live.
Kristen. Kristen, please repeat after me. Mark, I give you this ring as a visible and constant symbol of my promise to love and be with you as long as I live. Similar to the rings you just exchanged, the lei is an unbroken circle representing the eternal commitment and devotion of your hearts to each other. Each individual flower woven into the lei loses none of its individual beauty when it forms the circle. Its beauty is enhanced. Likewise, in your marriage, you will not compromise or lose any of your individual identity and unique beauty. In fact, because of the nurturing care and support of your relationship, your best attributes will be enhanced. Mark, please place this lei around Kristen's neck. Kristen, place this lei around Mark's neck. We've had the very special honor here today to witness your love and aloha, your exchange of vows, rings, and leis. And now it is my privilege to pronounce